Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Oates here, and this is my review of The Walking Dead, Season 10, Episode 8. Okay, so this episode. Well, for me, it was just kind of an above-average episode. I almost want to say it's mediocre, like it's like a 5 out of 10, because I was fairly disappointed with some parts of it. But I think it was more than a 5 out of 10, a 6 or a 7. It's either a 6 or a 7 for me. Maybe somewhere in between, but not more than a 7, not less than a 6. Somewhere in that range. I think it was just good enough to be a passable episode. A little disappointing for a mid-season finale. The last few episodes, they really kind of dragged the whole sickness story arc, the whole Dante thing, the whole city, and you know, Rosita's sick 5 episodes straight, and the characters can't figure out that it's the water, even though we as the audience, we know that for weeks and weeks, and it just seemed kind of fillery. I was disappointed that we went so long without seeing characters like Michonne, Judith, Magna, Luke, Connie. I wanted to see those characters, and we got to see them in this episode, but we hadn't seen them since, like, what, episode 4? And I know the thing with Michonne, she can probably only be in 5 episodes, but still, I mean, it was kind of disappointing going so long without seeing them. And just the last few episodes really kind of dragged a little bit. They really dragged the whole sickness story arc. It just seemed like there wasn't enough going on to justify what the material we got in the last few episodes. It just didn't seem like enough material. And I was kind of hoping that this episode would just sort of explode, like mid-season finales often do. Usually in a mid-season finale, you get all the characters together finally. And, I mean, to be fair, season 7 and 8 were kind of bad, and episode 8 was like the only one of the few good episodes of the season where they actually got most of the cast members in one episode. And usually most episodes just have like 2 characters in them, back in like season 7 and 8. You know, season 7 and 8 were kind of mediocre. Season 10 overall I think has been a good solid season so far. But like in season 7 and 8, what I'm trying to say is that episode 8 would be like one of the few good episodes. In this season, I feel like, you know, episode 5, 6, and 7, they dragged the sickness story arc, and there wasn't enough going on in those episodes. But overall, season 10 has been pretty good, but episode 8 was kind of disappointing. I just felt like there just wasn't enough of a payoff. You know, we got some answers, we got some of the Dante flashbacks. You know, Gabriel kills Dante, which I think is fine. I think that's fine. You know, like why waste time keeping Dante around as a prisoner when you can just kill him off and move the story forward? You know, that part was fine. I just feel like overall for a mid-season finale, it was just kind of disappointing. It would have been good for like another episode, but for a mid-season finale, I'm just so used to the mid-season finales being so explosive and having some really crazy stuff happening. So, and yes, you know, a cliffhanger, but like a good kind of exciting cliffhanger where you're spending the next 2 months really just excited and excited and excited. With this cliffhanger, yes, you are wanting to know what happens next. You know, you are anticipating episode 9. You are sort of impatiently having to suffer through the next 2 months, as it always is, as it probably should be with every season of The Walking Dead. You spend the 2 months just like pulling your hair out and wanting to know what happens next. But this one was just kind of disappointing. I mean, it's basically just 10 characters we like in a cave, trapped with the herd around them. And, you know, yeah, I mean, for I don't know, that just kind of seemed a little weak for a mid-season finale ending, considering the last few episodes didn't have a whole lot going on either, besides a bunch of people are sick, where's Michonne, you know. But it was just kind of disappointing, and there was just some weak moments, some awkward moments in this episode. Alright, so with Michonne, I think it's like Rick and Maggie, where she can only be in 5 episodes. And I heard that they're filming this season out of order. So I think what they're doing is they're only doing the 5 episodes for Michonne, just like Rick and Maggie when those actors left. But they're spacing them out more, so it seems like Michonne is in the season longer, even though she's only still in 5 episodes. But they're spacing her episodes out, and I think they're even filming. They're filming out of order, so they might have done Michonne's 5 episodes first, and just, you know, the 5th episode they did is probably going to be like episode 10 or something. I don't know, something like that. But she's been in 4 episodes so far. She was in, I believe, 1, 3, 4, and 8. I think those were Michonne's episodes. So that's 4. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we only get 1 episode of Michonne in the back half of the season, just 1 episode. She's already away from the characters. I really wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't see Judith or anyone else again for a long time, like seasons, because that might have been her goodbye. It wasn't the goodbye that she didn't know it was goodbye, but that might be her goodbye. Now maybe we get episode 10 and she finds out Rick's alive, and she gets on the boat and she goes back and she tells Judith, I found out Rick's alive, I gotta go look for him, and then she goes. Or maybe now that she's on that boat with Virgil, she gets captured by the CRM, or something happens and she's not able to return. You know, she doesn't get to properly say goodbye to the cast. I don't know. But, yeah, it was kind of disappointing going so long without seeing Michonne. Just, I get that the actress is leaving and the writers had to work around it. And I guess I'm glad that it wasn't just she's in the first 5 episodes, then she leaves. I'm okay with them spacing it out. It just kind of sucks. I mean, I don't want Michonne's actress to leave. I kind of wish she would have stuck it out a little bit more. You know, stayed a few more years. I mean, there's people that have unpleasant jobs for 50, 60 years of of their lives, you know, like, she couldn't stay for 10 years, she couldn't stay for 12 years. There's people that have a job they don't want to have for 60 years of their life, you know, so it's like, it's hard to feel sorry for the actress for leaving the show because she's not happy enough. I don't know. But, it's not the writer's fault. The writers are doing what they can with an actor that doesn't want to be on the show anymore. So we get some interesting moments with Rosita and Gabriel. They obviously find out that Dante is a spy, he's a whisperer, and later on, Rosita is killing some walkers, and I mean she's upset about Siddiq being dead, so she's kind of being a little self-destructive, and we've seen Rosita be like this. You know, she has moments where she's kind of self-destructive, and she has moments where she has a lot of apathy, and she's kind of indifferent as to whether or not she lives or dies. We saw that a lot in season 6 and 7, where she doesn't really necessarily cares about what happens to her, if she dies or not. If she gets bitten by a walker, it's like, oh well, so what? I mean, she's tough and she's a warrior, but she's also just kind of, she's indifferent to dying. And she has a moment where a walker is about to bite her, and she's like, wait a second, I can't be like this anymore, because Siddiq's already dead. Coco's biological father is already dead. If I die, Coco's biological parents are dead. She's an orphan. She'll have Gabriel possibly, if Gabriel doesn't die, but her biological parents will be dead. So I owe it to my little girl to stay alive. And that's an interesting bit of character development for Rosita. I'm definitely worried that she's going to die in the back half, because just I feel like they're setting that up so that she can tragically die anyway, but who knows, maybe not. I've been wrong about Rosita before. Hopefully she can pull through this back half of the season and make it season 10, or season 11, sorry. And then she kind of has an argument with Gabriel, where she's telling Gabriel about, you know, this epiphany that she had about realizing that she can't die, and Gabriel's like, no, don't, it'll be okay. You know, I'm busy, I have things to do, I'm a part of the council. And Gabriel seems really upset and distraught, and he's kind of brushing off Rosita's feelings and just saying, look, you'll be okay, that'll pass, that feeling will pass, you'll be okay. And it just seems like he's just brushing her off and isn't really, you know, listening to what she's saying. And I don't have a problem with this, because I believed it. I believed it with Gabriel's character. He's just not, his head's not in the right place right now, and he's just kind of brushing off his girlfriend. And but he kind of redeems himself, because he ends up sort of looking out for Rosita, because he kills Dante. Like, I feel like earlier in the episode, he's not looking out for Rosita. He's not paying attention to Rosita's feelings. And then when he kills Dante, he is paying attention to her feelings and looking out for her. It's almost like a redemption. One of my biggest problems with this episode that almost like hurt the episode for me was Gabriel saying, "I love Siddiq like a brother." Like, it just, that line didn't do it for me. That line did not work for me. You loved him like a brother? I mean, I get that we don't really know that Rosita and Siddiq had like a serious relationship. It was implied in season 9. My understanding in season 9 was that they slept together, they messed around, they never got into a relationship, and then Rosita was single because she was just messing around with Siddiq, and she moved on from Siddiq, and then she started to date Gabriel and have serious feelings for Gabriel, and they were in a serious relationship, but she got pregnant with Siddiq's baby. And Gabriel and Siddiq, they're both really good people. They're both really good, mature people that they didn't want to be like Rick and Shane, you know. They wanted to take care of this baby. They wanted to do what was best for this baby, not be selfish. You know, they wanted to be grown-ups about it, and they chose to be grown-ups about it. And you know, with Siddiq, I don't know, it kind of started to seem like he actually did wish that he and Rosita were more serious, and I think he did kind of have romantic feelings for Rosita, but it doesn't matter now. He's gone, you know, he's dead. So now it's just Gabriel versus Eugene. It's one of the 3 men are dead, and there's 2 men left. So it was a 33% chance. Now it's a 50% chance with Rosita. Okay, I'll stop joking. I don't even know if I'm joking. I mean, Eugene, we might be, I don't know if are we getting like a love triangle? It's not a love quadrangle anymore. It's a love triangle between Rosita, Gabriel, Eugene. So maybe Siddiq might have had feelings for Rosita. I don't know, but he's dead. So overall, Gabriel and Siddiq were both good men. They were both good people. They had good hearts, and you know, they were in this situation with the baby that was kind of complicated, but they wanted to do the right thing and really just sort of help each other take care of the baby. They're both going to play a part in Coco's life, which I really like that. I was really impressed with their maturity and them choosing to do the right thing. But Gabriel loved him like a brother. The problem with that is that I know that Gabriel and Siddiq, okay, they had scenes together. They definitely had scenes together. But how many conversations did they have, like, on screen? How many Gabriel-Siddiq dialogue, how much dialogue between Gabriel and Siddiq did we get? Like, nothing? I don't remember Gabriel and Siddiq ever having, like, any conversations where it was even implied that they were, like, a Rick-Daryl type, like, they really cared about each other. I can understand characters having close friendships off screen. Like, for example, I think Tobin and Rick had a very close friendship. We didn't see a lot of Tobin and Rick. We saw bits and pieces. But off screen, I think Rick and Tobin were like best friends. They did have their share of conversations. It would usually be like, we'd cut to Rick and Tobin, and it'd be like halfway into their conversation. But we saw Tobin, like, he was carrying Judith on his back. Like, he was taking care of Judith. Rick wouldn't have given that to some guy, you know. But with Gabriel and Siddiq, we never saw any of those type of scenes. We never saw like them seeming like they were like Rick and Daryl, like they were like best friends. And if you want Gabriel to say something like, "I love Siddiq like a brother," you gotta have a little bit of something between Gabriel and Siddiq. You gotta throw the audience a bone, because otherwise that dialogue just kind of falls flat and seems out of nowhere. Which I think it did. He loved him like a brother. That caught me off guard. I didn't like it. I didn't like that line. But Gabriel killing Dante was cool. You know, yeah, you know, kill Dante. Why not? He probably had nothing to offer to the characters anymore. And there was a moment. At first, I really wasn't sure about this, but there was a moment where Gabriel's killing Dante, and he just acts like an animal. He just like starts screaming like an animal. I think Gabriel just had a moment where he went absolutely insane. He just went absolutely insane. And at first I was like, it seems like a little too over the top. But I thought about it, and I'm going to give it a pass, because for one thing, I do think that, yes, Gabriel went insane for a brief moment when he was just stabbing Dante over and over, and he was just like screaming like a maniac. I think he truly went insane for a moment. But I think Gabriel has that in him. Very, very, very deep down, Gabriel has that part of him that could just snap and turn into a psychopath. I think Gabriel has that in him. I think that's a part of what makes Gabriel interesting, is that he has that dark side. And because I'm a big fan of the actor Seth Gilliam, and Seth Gilliam is at his best when he can be crazy. When Seth Gilliam can be crazy, it's just entertaining to watch. Like, if you watch him in The Wire, even earlier in The Walking Dead, he excels at just being like a crazy person. So another opportunity to see him show off his acting chops when he's being crazy. That's cool with me. So I'm going to give that a pass, because I think that did work. Even though Gabriel literally went insane, that did work. And that was kind of like a redemption for Gabriel, because it showed that he did care about Rosita. You know, this man killed Rosita's child's biological father, so he kills him, you know, sort of to look after Rosita. So I did like that moment. Now, with Michonne's little group, we saw a bunch of characters that we hadn't seen in a while, and that was kind of frustrating, but it was still good to see them again. We get introduced to this new character named Virgil, and apparently he's looking for his family, and he has to get on a boat, and he and Michonne agree to get on a boat and sail off, and it's like a 2-day trip, and Michonne's going to take Virgil back to his family on the boat, but Virgil says that they have a bunch of weapons that should be good enough to destroy the herd, so they kind of have a deal where Michonne returns them to his family, and Virgil's going to give Michonne enough weapons to destroy the herd. So we went a long time without seeing Michonne, and then we have to say goodbye to Michonne again. Again, it's not really what's best for the story, it's just them having to write out the stupid actress. Sorry. So we just have to be like frustrated to not see Michonne very much. But Michonne has to say goodbye to Judith and goodbye to everyone, and she goes on this trip. And we don't know if Michonne's going to see Judith or anyone again, because like I said, I don't know how many more episodes we're going to get of Michonne. We might just get one more Michonne episode, and that's it. And I liked a lot of Luke's moments. Luke is really funny. Luke's actor is really funny. I do like him. And I'm glad that they keep giving him funny moments, because that actor is really good with comedy. I kind of hope he just stays around. I hope he at least makes it to season 11, because I just like the comedy that he adds to the show. So hopefully he gets to live a little while. And so basically we get towards the end of the episode where we got this little group of people: Carol, Daryl, I think Magna, Connie, Kelly. I can't remember if Kelly was there or not. And then Jerry, Aaron, who else? That might have been everyone. But we get this little group of characters that come together. And okay, so Daryl has this big heart-to-heart with Carol that's really beautiful. I was expecting him to be more mad about Lydia. I'm not, but he just has this beautiful heart-to-heart with her, where he's like, "Look, Alpha's not worth it. You know, like let me be there for you. Let me help you." And it was just a beautiful moment, just because of the history that those two characters have with each other. But then it just kind of goes out the window, because Carol sees Alpha. And Carol just, no logic, no rhyme, no reason. She sees Alpha, she runs after Alpha. And then we see Alpha, and we can tell it's a trap. Alpha wants Carol to chase after her. She wants it. Carol doesn't care. Carol doesn't care that it could be a trap. She's just thinking, she is once again not listening to anyone but herself for the 1 millionth time this season. So it's clearly a trap. Carol doesn't care, and then what happens? It's a trap. That entire group of people are now trapped in a cave, and that is where the Walker herd is. So, look, I've tried to be like on the fence about Carol, like not against her storyline, but not for her storyline. Because she's a grieving mother that lost her son, but I'm I'm sick of Carol. I'm sorry. I hope no one unsubscribes. Please don't unsubscribe. But I'm sick of Carol. I'm sick of this storyline. I'm sick of her not listening to anyone but herself. I'm sick of her only listening to herself. I'm sick of her doing stupid, reckless things every episode. For one thing, it's not just her character. It's not just what happened in episode 8. It's that we've been having this happen over and over again every episode of the season. Was there not an episode this season? I feel like Carol was in every episode. In every episode, she did at least one stupid thing. Was there not an episode this season where Carol wasn't being stupid and reckless and risking innocent lives, and being stupid and reckless and doing something that would risk innocent lives, but no one gets killed? She does something stupid and reckless, risks innocent lives. She only listens to herself. All she cares about is killing Alpha, killing Alpha, killing Alpha. It's not just that it happening in this episode. It's that it's been happening every episode, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the same thing happening over and over again. At least, either have her kill Alpha or have her stop risking other people's lives. Pick one. You can't have the same stupid thing happen every episode where she's just doing stupid stuff. And she fails to kill Alpha, but she does stupid stuff. She fails to kill Alpha. I feel like the writers overplayed that card. Okay, we get it. She wants to kill Alpha. You don't have to have her do something stupid every episode of the first half of the season, which I feel like they did. Every episode of the first half of the season, she did something stupid and reckless. And here we go. I've been dreading this. I've been dreading the moment where she finally runs out of chances and someone innocent finally gets killed because of her. I feel like in episode 9, I could be wrong, but I feel like in episode 9, someone is going to die. Someone that's trapped in that cave is going to die. Not Daryl, not Carol, probably not Aaron, but someone is going to die. And Carol, she's going to learn her lesson then. She's going to be sorry then. It's like, you had so many chances, Carol. And plus, episode 9 tends to have someone get killed. Episode 9 of season 5 was Tyrese. Episode 9 of season 6 was the Anderson family. Episode 9 of season 8, we had Carl die. So episode 9 does tend to get someone killed. So I really wouldn't be surprised if someone that's trapped in that cave doesn't make it out. And Carol, she's gonna be sorry then. She's gonna regret it then. It's like, I've been dreading this all season, where she gets someone innocent killed and it's like, she's sorry. You've had a billion chances, so you should be sorry. I'm sorry you lost Henry, but why do other people have to pay for it with their lives, Carol? So I'm kind of sick of that. I feel like the writers they overplayed that card. We just had a little too much of Carol wanting revenge this season, because it just kind of got old. It wasn't really moving the story forward. They did it every episode. I get it, Carol wants revenge. You don't have to tell me every episode. And now someone innocent is finally gonna die, and let me guess, she's gonna be sorry. It's just, It just kind of sucks to watch it episode after episode, knowing what's going to happen. I knew someone innocent's going to die and she's going to be sorry. So it just sucked watching this episode after episode after episode, knowing that's what's going to happen. Knowing that if Carol would just pick one of these 1 million chances to listen to someone besides herself, someone innocent would not have to die for her bloodlust. So I'm sick of that part. But yeah. Overall, kind of a disappointing mid-season finale, but just good enough. I'd say a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.5 out of 10. Overall, just good enough of a mid-season finale. But, yeah. Overall, this first half was pretty good. Overall, this first half was pretty solid. I'd say the first half of season 9 was better, but the first half of season 10 was good and better than the first half of 7 and 8. So, overall, pretty good first half of the season, pretty solid. A lot of good moments sprinkled all across the 8 episodes. Some weak moments, but some good moments. I'm not going to just, say it's a bad show because a mid-season finale was weak. Overall, it's been good, so I'll give it a pass. But I'm really excited for the back half of season 10. Alpha's not dead yet, so I don't know when we're getting the Whisperer War. We might get the Whisperer War towards the end of the back half, maybe the beginning of Season 11. But I'm still really, really excited for the back half of Season 10. I'm not trying to rush the Whisperer War, because if I rush the Whisperer War, that means a bunch of characters I like will die faster, so I'm okay with the Whisperer War taking as long as possible to start, because then we get to spend more time with these characters. But I still have a feeling that we'll be getting more major deaths in the back half of the season. I do think the back half of the season will probably be better than the first half of the season, so I think there will be more deaths, more action, more story, and it'll be an improvement over the first half. So I'm really, really excited for the back half of Season 10. And overall, I have been pleased with Season 10 so far. Overall, altogether, I've been enjoying Season 10, and I've been enjoying Angela King as the showrunner. So the show is definitely still really, really good overall. Just kind of a disappointing mid-season finale, but that's okay. That's not the end of the world. But yeah, that's pretty much my review. So with all that said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I make 1 to 2 Walking Dead videos per day, so please hit that subscribe button. Right now I'm at 680 subscribers. My goal is to try to get to 700 in the next few months. So just remember, every subscriber counts, every bit of support matters, and is very, very appreciated. Hopefully we can get to that goal of 700. Just 20 more people, 20 more subscribers, 20 more people hitting that subscribe button, and we will be at 700. 700! Woohoo! That is a lot. That is a lot. 700. That is a huge milestone. And once I get to 700, I will make a video celebrating that milestone, as I always make with every 100 subscribers. I always make a video celebrating. So can't wait to get to 700. We are so close. I can taste it from here. We are hot. We were warm, but we're getting hot now. 20 more people, 20 more subscribers, and we will be at that milestone. But with all that said, I'm Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye.